This is just a clip from my full Movie Day Chronicles vlog. If you'd like to go watch the full thing, that is posted on the Findawg Rewinds channel. Or if you'd just like to watch this clip about this specific movie, then you can stay here. But if you want the full vlog of me reviewing all the movies that I watched that day, then go over and watch my vlog. Hello, everyone. Hello. Just got out of AMC. And I am so excited, man. Boys and girls, theys and thems. I just got out of AMC, as you can tell. Right here. Just got out of AMC. I was right. I'm so fucking excited. I was right. I've been preparing for it all fucking week. All week. And I totally made the right call. Because that mystery movie tonight that I just watched was a secret screening to Jurassic World Rebirth. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just watched Rebirth 2 weeks before everyone else is supposed to. All I've got to say right now, off the top of my head, is this is peak cinema. This actually went back to the tone and the format of the original Jurassic Park. This is what everyone was hoping for. Nothing against Jurassic World. Well, it has its ups and downs. Definitely does. It has its ups and downs. Nothing against that franchise or that trilogy and whoever made that. But this is what I've always wanted from Jurassic Park. Right here. Yeah. Man. I am so glad I went and watched this. Oh my god, dude. I just watched Jurassic Park Rebirth 2 weeks before anyone else is supposed to. This is fucking awesome. Oh my god, dude. I can't believe it. I just watched Rebirth. Dude, I can't say it enough. That was peak cinema. Dude. It's got horror, it's got thriller, it's got drama and a lot of serious tones. It also has a little bit of comedy. It is pretty comical at times. Even the serious bits are pretty comical at times. But it also makes you gasp and shriek sometimes. Not really shriek. I don't think anyone in the theater actually shrieked. But there was a lot of gasp in my theater while watching it. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. The antagonist in this film, I know antagonist in almost every Jurassic movie is quite annoying, to be honest. The only one that isn't annoying is the original John Hammond. He's the only one that I can like actually understand where he was coming from and just wanting to bring back dinosaurs, not knowing what was gonna happen, you know? Like he was the first one. But everyone since, like, they know better. They know not to mess with the dinosaurs. Why are they mutating dinosaurs now? Like, why can a T-Rex somehow swim? Like, how are these dinosaurs now semi-aquatic? That's the word I'm looking for. They're a semi-aquatic, 8-legged dinosaur T-Rex. They should make that Perry the Platypus theme song for the T-Rex in those movies, because Pretty sure he had like 8 legs too. He pretty much is Perry. He's a semi-aquatic, 8-legged dinosaur. He's Perry the platypus. Just why? Why mutate the dinosaurs and make them even more horrifying and scary? I understand it for like plot and movie purposes, but like the actual people in the movie, why would they mutate the dinosaurs? You know? Just like the auction, that's what I'm trying to say. The auction in Fallen Kingdom, like that whole sequence is just totally fucking dumb. Both plot-wise and movie-wise. At least mutating the dinosaurs makes sense movie-wise. It just doesn't make sense for the people in the universe. Why are they mutating dinosaurs and making them scarier? Man, yeah, I am all for Gareth Edwards continuing on and making a Jurassic World trilogy. Yeah, expands upon what he's created here. Count me in. Take all my money now. Like, yeah, I am all for this new Jurassic trilogy. I don't know if everyone's going to agree with me, but it seems like a lot of my audience in the theater I just watched in, seems like they all agreed with me that this is back to the normal format and back to peak Jurassic Park energy. I am so excited for the general audience to finally get to watch this film. Oh my gosh, I cannot hype up this movie enough. You guys need to go watch this. It sucks that I don't even think this film is going to be in IMAX. Like, I wish they had made the Jurassic World Rebirth film for IMAX. It would have made it a lot better. But I understand that, you had How to Train Your Dragon, now you have Superman, and then after that you have Fantastic Four. So there's a lot of movies coming out. But it should have been an IMAX. I don't think it's going to be. I do recommend going to watch this movie. And go watch it in theaters if you can. That's going to be all for my out of theater reaction. I know it's a little my mind is going to a lot of different things right now, just thinking about the movie I just watched. But yeah, that's gonna be it for now. I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. So that's going to be it for this out of theater reaction. Here in a few days, I will jump back in and give a full spoiler review for Elio or Elio. I heard the name in the movie and still can't figure out which one it was. I think it's Elio. So I'll give a full spoiler review for Elio and a full spoiler review for Jurassic World Rebirth here in just a few moments. I'll jump back in here in a few days and post that at the end of this review. But just go watch the movie. Go experience it for yourself. I'm looking forward to seeing what the general audience thinks of this new Jurassic World movie, because I'm loving it, and I hope the general audience does too, because after the trilogy we just got with Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, it was all right, but it wasn't the original trilogy, and this is bringing it back to that tonality and that format. So I'm very excited. Gareth Edwards is starting to become one of, those well-known directors that might make it to one of my favorite directors if he keeps up the pace that he's setting right now. The MonsterVerse movies, as well as this Jurassic Park movie. That's gonna be it for this review. Stay tuned. I will jump back in for my spoiler take on Elio. Jurassic World Rebirth. It's peak cinema. That's the tweet. Seriously, I cannot stress this enough. This did not feel like another franchise cash grab. This felt like coming home, like finding that toy that you thought you lost as a child. Except it's even better that you remember it. Yes. Yes. This. This is what happens when you give the franchise back to someone who actually understands that dinosaurs aren't monsters. They're just animals. They're not some theme park attraction. They're just animals. No CGI monsters here. No. They used actual practical effects again with a blend of CGI to make these beautiful ass creatures, to make these beautiful ass dinosaurs. They're forces of nature. They're reminders that we are not the apex predators that we think we are. Nature will always take back over. And can we just talk about the director for a moment? Gareth Edwards is unstoppable, man. He is unstoppable right now. The man has been cooking. Just let him cook. Rogue One, masterpiece. Godzilla, 2014 Godzilla, atmospheric perfection. The creator, one of the most visually stunning films that I've ever watched, and it has to do with AI. And now he's taken over the Jurassic franchise. It's everything I could have dreamed for. He's reminding us why we fell in love with Jurassic Park in the first place. He is taking us back to the original tone of the original movie. I just cannot praise this man enough. He doesn't just understand the scale, but he understands reverence. Every dinosaur reveal feels like a religious experience, a spiritual experience. Every wide shot makes you feel microscopic. Quiet moment actually lets you breathe. Gives you a second to breathe and just be in the presence of magical dinosaurs. I cannot praise it enough. I cannot praise Gareth Edwards enough for making this. This is the most alive that the franchise has felt since Steven Spielberg was behind the camera himself. Edwards gets that every monster movie is not about the monsters, but it's about us and how tiny the monsters make us feel. You see that in Godzilla. Now you see that in Jurassic Park. You saw that a little bit even in The Creator, even though there weren't giant monsters. The monster that is AI, he was dealing with that. Like you can see it in almost every one of his pieces of work. Now let's move on to the casting, because the casting of this film, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about the casting, but after watching it and after seeing them on the big screen fighting dinosaurs and doing everything else that they were doing, they're welcome in my heart, because it wasn't just the main three. I'm not even talking about them. ScarJo, Mahershala Ali, and Jonathan Bailey. It's not even the main three. Like, yeah, they were good as well, but I'm talking about the family, the cast who plays the family. They were all just so adorable and actually felt like a family. But yeah, let's start by talking about the queen herself, ScarJo, Scarlett Johansson. Fucking love her. I mean, I've got my Black Widow popcorn bucket right down there. That's the very first popcorn bucket I ever bought from AMC, or popcorn bucket I bought at all. Like I bought several since then, but that was the very first one I bought was the Black Widow popcorn bucket. Yeah, like I've been watching Scarlett Johansson on the screen since I was born. Like I was born in 1998. In Home Alone 3, I believe, in 1997, the year before I was born. So I've been watching her in movies my whole life. I'm a huge fan of Scarlett Johansson. So when I heard that she was going to be the lead actress or one of the main leads of this new trilogy, I hope it's a trilogy. Yeah, when I heard that she was being cast as the main lead in this film, I was screaming and hollering. Yeah, I I've been Team ScarJo my whole life. Like this is her most complete, most performative role that she's had in quite a few years. Since she left the MCU, she hasn't really done much. I haven't really seen her in much. So I'm glad that she's finally stepping back in and taking some roles. I'm glad she took this role in Jurassic World Rebirth because she was phenomenal in this movie. And if they do make a sequel, I hope that they lean into the Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansson romance because they were just adorable together on screen. They really were. And talking about Jonathan Bailey, we'll move on to him now. I've only seen him in Bridgerton. I haven't seen Wicked Part 1 yet. I've only seen him in Bridgerton. And, of course, this one now. That man is very charming. He has become the new Alan Grant. He has become our face of wonder and awe. He doesn't feel like a copy of Alan Grant, but he does have the energy of Alan Grant. He's got that perfect scientist balance of oh shit, this is awesome, this is beautiful, this is wonderful, and oh shit, we're gonna die. Like he's got the mix of both, just like Sam. Why am I blanking on his name? Sam Neill. That's his name. So it's like Sam Neill playing Alan Grant in the original Jurassic Park. He Jonathan Bailey plays a great new scientist or paleontologist or whatever the name of the scientist are. The guy who like he starts we meet him at the museum, but then he comes along with us on the adventure, and yeah, he's just wonderful. Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey both, and then Mahershala Ali, he's the third main cast, and he's perfect in his role as well. I hope that one of these days I'll still get to see him on the big screen, you know, slaughtering vampires as Blade. But until then, he fits the Jurassic franchise phenomenally. He is so perfect for the role that you cast him in. And then yeah, let's move on to the family. Hold on, let me look at my notes because I did write their names down so I don't forget. The first of the family we'll talk about. He's not really the family. He's the ex or the he's the annoying boyfriend of the oldest daughter of the family that is on their family trip with them. It's this father and two daughters and the oldest daughter's boyfriend all on this boating trip. They get caught in the ocean in trouble, and the main group, the main three, have to go save them. And then they all just go to the island together. That's what this film really is. Is this the two main groups, and then meeting together, going to the island, and then yeah, dealing with everything on the island. The guy who plays the annoying boyfriend. At first, like he was very annoying, and like I was getting very old of him like very quick. But then takes its time, but he does start to grow on you throughout the film, and he does have some really funny moments, some really funny lines that he says. David David Iacono is the guy who plays the annoying boyfriend, and he was fantastic. He was annoying at first, but he grew on me. And then the girl playing the oldest daughter, who was dating that guy, her name is Luna Blaze, and like I felt like she was more like the older sister of the original Jurassic Park, in and just the way that they both show their terror and their just like how horrified they are, like really well. We as the audience get scared and feel terrified because of how well they portray how horrified and terrified they are. She is just as good as the actress who plays the girl in the very first movie. Their performances of just how scary the dinosaurs are, just yeah, out of this world, out of this world. Same going with the little girl when she does have to act terrified. She pulls it off pretty well too, but she pulls off just being just being cute and having a connection with her little dinosaur friend as he makes on the island. Even more compelling, like the connection between the little girl who was played by Adrina Miranda, the little girl played by her, connecting and making a friend with a tiny dinosaur on the island was nothing I expected from this movie, but everything I wanted from the movie. Those two have my heart. They have my full heart. Just like if we see more of them interacting and her keeping the little dinosaur as a pet throughout the franchise or throughout the trilogy, yeah, it'll it'll be everything that I've dreamed of. Because when you grow up with movies like these, with Jurassic Park since, well, how long has it been? 30 years. Well, especially in like the universe and in the franchise, dinosaurs are just everywhere now. They kind of get old, but what kid wouldn't want to pet dinosaur? Like I would have wanted a pet dinosaur if I had seen this movie when I was younger. It would have made me want to pet dinosaur. That little dinosaur standing on his hind legs like a meerkat was just fucking adorable. Like I just wanted to eat him up. Last but not least is the actor who plays the father of the daughters. His name is Manuel Garcia Ruffo. Dad of the year. Dad of the year for sure. He was excellent. He just was there trying to protect and save his daughters. But you could also tell how annoyed he got from the boyfriend as well. He also, the boyfriend also grew on the father eventually. But yeah, the father, you could tell he was annoyed by the boyfriends just as much as we were towards the beginning. And then when they do get to the island and they get separated from the main group, like the whole time, like he does get injured at one point, but the whole time he's just trying to protect his daughter, and you could really see that. You could really tell by that. The casting in this movie was just out of this world. And then last but not least, what I'm going to cover is the practical effects and the mixing of the CGI. Well, I'll come back and review this movie in about a week and give a full, thoughtful, intellectual analysis of the entire Jurassic franchise. I'm going to be covering all 7 films in my next video. So keep looking out for that. But for the end of this review, I'm just going to cover the practical effects and the mixing of the VFX. Because yeah, it actually feels, and you can tell when they use the practical effects in this movie, and it actually feels like the original Jurassic Park, and like how Steven Spielberg made the movie, because they also used practical effects with the mix of CGI. Like Jurassic Park was one of the first films to use CGI and to like mix the two. So for that, to be the original Jurassic Park and then Jurassic World, they decided just to go full CGI for like the first one or two films. It felt like may have been a little bit of practical effects in there, but the majority of it was all CGI. And to bring it back to the original tone of the original movie for this one, for Jurassic World Rebirth, where they're mixing CGI with the practical effects, just yeah, it proves how much we need to start using practical effects again. Like, yeah, sure, some Marvel things look great, but when you mix the two, it looks even better. You can't just go full CGI and not use practical effects. You need to blend the two because it'll make the movie so much better. So much better. That's how I feel about this movie. This movie actually brings it back to the format of the original movies, not that Jurassic World bullshit. And yeah, I think the general audience will respect and actually support this new Jurassic World movie a lot more than they did for the Jurassic World trilogy. But yeah, that's going to be. I've talked for about 30 minutes already. That's going to be it for the end of this video. Like I said, I will be covering a full analysis video on all 7 Jurassic World films next week. And then the following week will be my birth week, as well as the release day for Superman. So I'm also going to be trying to. The only Superman film I've seen is Man of Steel. I've never watched the Christopher Reeves films, and I've never watched Superman Returns. I hope I can react and watch those in time, at least to get the watch alongs up on my Patreon.